Welcome back to the Plants vs Zombies challenge, where I will try to beat the adventure mode using only 2 columns and 3 seed slots. We continue where we left off at 3.5, where we play Big Trouble Little Zombie. This all has the same idea as the other conveyor belt levels, where we choose 3 plants to use while we dig up the rest we don't use. In this case, I left out walnut. This level is not as bad as we can use cherry bombs to clear football zombies, so let's move on. After that, we deal with the Zamboni. I selected jalapeno to get rid of it, and yes, we can safely defend the pool using only 2 3-feeders. Well, I planned on using jalapeno, but I realized that 2-piece attacking it dealt more damage than I thought, despite Zambonis being quite fast. So I thought, if I can increase the 3-feeder DPS, I wouldn't even need an insta against the Zambonis. Anyway, I'll stop talking for a bit. Here's a time-lapse of the next 3 pool levels, as they're generally the same strategy. As for the conveyor level of 310, we use the same strategy. The zombie number is actually a lot, but we could use the spicy plant as a fast last line of defense, other than the lawnmowers. I thought I'd let the Zambonis and the ice trail live so the bobsled teams has a chance for dramatic effect. We are now in the fog levels. Now of course, we won't be able to see the zombies, but that's not necessarily the case. With 3D accelerations in the settings, basically high settings, there are actually some small patches in which we can see the zombies through the fog. Okay, this is a bad example. Let's take a look at the second zombie. You see him?
Hello there.
So yeah, that's the basic idea for the early games for all of the fog levels. Just need to face plant my monitor the entire time. Also, I'm being really greedy at sunflowers because I can. Jack-in-the-box zombies can be dealt with using just 2 scaredy shrooms, despite how fast they are. As long as they're not alone, of course. Level 4-2 sees the return of, well...
Get this shit off me! Get this beta shit off me!
Okay, so for this level, we don't even need to worry about the football zombies because the water defense is way too pathetic against coneheads. With a better water defense, we can now focus on the football zombies. Now how do I deal with that? We'll be using a strategy that I like to call HFTB. What does that mean? It means hoping for the best. Yes, since Plants vs Zombies is an RNG fest game, we can literally pray that not many football zombies spawn while the lawnmowers deal with them. Luckily in this round, only 1 spawned in the final wave, so kind of a misleading zombie composition. Okay, as for the next level, what could be worse than football zombies? Yeah, so this is gonna be absolutely horrible. For my first attempt, I tried the newly unlocked cactus. Well, as you can see by my pathetic defense, it is simply the worst value plant for now. went just as well as you'd expect.
Know your fucking place, trash.
So I tried using the same exact strategy as previously, with using Scare Tissue again. How to deal with balloon zombies? Well, we just hope for the best, they don't spawn too often. But since this level's only one flag long, we are very safe and only 2 of those balloons spawn. We made it to 4-4 and nothing could ever prepare me for what is to come. If you're wondering why I have not moved away from using security shrooms, that is because there is simply no way to combat either balloon or dolphin riders, so my only strategy is to hope for the best. So it was clear that I cannot beat this level by simply hoping for the best, at least not without it taking a million years. I needed a new game plan. Once again, this challenge is inspired by both Shy Guy Mask and RCCH, which means I picked up a couple strategies from them. I'll be using partial RNG manipulation. I have 2 plans. Let's talk about the first one created by RCCH called Foreseer. How does it work? First, we would start the game, and immediately on start, we exit to the main menu. The game would create a save file that we can go back to that state of the game. You can actually create a save file at any point in the attempt. Knowing this knowledge, we can go into our File Explorer and take that save file and copy it somewhere else in the computer. So why do we need a save file at the beginning of the game? Well, the point of Foreseer is that all zombies are predetermined in an attempt. Now if we can just find out what those zombies are, say around with minimal balloon or dolphin riders as possible, to do that we can simulate an attempt. We simply use a cheated version of that to count how many of the mentioned zombies appear. If too many appear, we restart and I have to copy the new save file. Is this cheating? No, this footage you see is not an official attempt. It's just so we can see what zombies appear. I really hope this explanation of Foreseer has painted a picture for you guys. I really suck at explaining. One of the tools I use to aid me is PVZ tools, and this line of Gatling piece is the most magical thing I've ever seen. Like, look at that! Want to see something cursed? Oh god, what have I done? The other tool I use is Cheat Engine. I use it to speed up the game and hence save me time. What you're seeing right now is real-time unedited footage. So the pattern in this level is neither of the threats appear before the first flag. So I just sped up the game as much as it allows me to skip that part. Now what I must do is to just keep starting over and over again while I count how many balloon or dolphin riders appear. If more than 6 of them appear, run's dead. And if more than 2 dolphin riders appear, run is also dead. And so, I've found the perfect zombie composition. And there you have it. We have got the perfect save file with only 5 counts of the dangerous zombies. Now we can attempt the real run using my Scare Tissue strategy. Now we can initiate phase 2 of the plan. We use something called Save Scumming. Here, we still use a save file and create copies of it before a wave starts. You saw me go to the main menu there. That's because I'm letting the game make an updated save file to where the balloon zombies spawn in a favorable row. The point of save scumming is that yes, the zombie composition will always be the same. However, we can manipulate which row they spawn in. In our case, we want balloon zombies to spawn in either a ground lane or where there is still a lawnmower. As you can see here, this balloon zombie is in the water lane, so we time travel back and he should be in a different lane. All is right in the world. Now we copy this save file and we can move on. So I had to restart the entire level with the correct pool cleaners this time. Here's a quick time lapse. Finally finding peace after escaping hell, we can now relax to a good old 3 rounds of Facebreaker. The second half of the fog levels will be much easier now thanks to this plant we unlocked. Like I said, it's much easier now. You have no idea how satisfying that was to hear. Okay, simple strategy here. Starfruit spam. I'll use cactus to take out balloons, mainly because blowers almost never spawn and it's because a linear attacker. To quote Shaga Mask, traveling random plants in complete darkness is a lot harder than you think. Anyway, making content using a black screen is boring. Let me spice it up for you.
Drop it.
We're now on the roof levels, and the biggest threat for this level is the budgie zombies. We can't deal with them at all in this challenge as it's not worth spending an instant on them. The following level is also basically the same. We're using Squash to counter a specific zombie this level.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
It contains...
Here's the ladder zombie. As we've seen before, a fast zombie with medium health can be taken down fairly easily, as long as they're alone. In this case, 2 cabbages is enough. Okay, let's calm down and think logically. Although pogos have medium health, they are faster than most zombies, but I thought I'd let the cabbages do their thing before eventually using Squash. Well, that was easy. Is this level easier than I thought? No, look at this. This level's just cruel at the spawning. I have to stall this football zombie to get my squash.
Bruh.
Oh, come on! Couple more heart attacks, some close calls, Ran Dry of Sun, Lawnmower Madness, and of course, RNG. We finally beat this level.
Was that the bite of 87?
I mean, this level's not even much of a challenge. Just replace anything that's stolen or still chewing. No need for flower pots, which lets me use Cherry Bomb as a card controller. The catapult zombie is here. Similar to the budgies, we simply let him shoot down our plants and we just replace our fallen comrades. But it's trickier than that, actually. Well, as you see, some random zombies get in the way, so we can't just damage the dude as quickly, wasting more sun. Our best bet? HFTB. The next level has all 3 of the roof zombies so far. The biggest threat is the ladder zombies as they just charge right through. We use squash if it's not alone, especially in a 3 flag level. Bungees and catapults work in unison to take out your plants. Though replaceable, they waste your sun. So in this footage, I left 1 sunflower and got lucky that not much zombies spawn in this lane. If you paid attention to my sun, I've used up a substantial amount. And luckily, I had an abundance and wasn't a problem. But still, something to think of when bigger challenges arise. This time I switch up the strategy. Instead of cabbages, let's rely on corn. No, not that corn. I meant the kernel pulp. They stalled the Gargantua so we can recharge squash for a 2-tap.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Billy.
The amount of close calls I had with the RNG nature of kernels is more than I thought, which is why I hate relying on randomness to deal with normal zombies, but I've got no choice. Second to the last level, let's see what zombies we've got.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
Okay, let's speed through some thought processes here. First, I needed to be super greedy with sun in the early game. I learned from previous levels that the sun demand later on will be great, so I used squash against early coneheads. Also, you might have noticed I skipped the first column. It serves us back up for when and if and when Gargantuars break through the first kernel. The bucket hits were also a huge problem and squash is needed. Pay attention to the squash seed as it was constantly used for 4 zombies in a row. As for the final wave, lots of rows have major shreds, so I'm forced to fall back and use lawnmowers. Here we are at the end of the challenge. One last battle stands in our way, Dr. Zomboss. What's the plan? Well, first of all, you see me digging up flower pots except the middle one. why do I do this? You can actually cheese the battle, because if all but one lawnmowers go off, not crushed by his ball attacks, he will stop spawning zombies there. Thus, we can simply defend one row. Yeah, I didn't pay attention. Anyway, the general idea is just stall the zombies as much as possible, making sure I have a spare ice room, jalapeno to kill them, and damage some boss. And yes, I did beat this level using only one tile. But yeah, that'll do it for this challenge. I'll sign off now and you can enjoy the rest of the fight. Thank you for watching.